What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's second video. And in today's second video, we're going to take a look at Ethereum and see what it's doing on the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly, the Bitcoin Ethereum ratio. And we're also going to take a look at the monthly, why we shouldn't be worried at all. And this is exactly going to plan. So if that sounds good to you guys and you guys are new to the channel and enjoy today's content, make sure you guys smack that subscribe button down below. Also hit that like button. Let's try to get to 200 likes on today's video. I appreciate all you guys that do that. And also go follow me on Twitter, right? My link is in the description for all you guys that want constant updates from me and when I'm going live, all that stuff. Go follow me on Twitter. All right, so let's jump right on into the 4-hour chart here for Ethereum. Well, what's going on? So we have two different head and shoulders patterns that are playing out as we speak right now. And we're going to look at which one I think is going to play out. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the bearish one. So on the 4-hour, we have a smaller term bearish, head and shoulders pattern. So you can see here, we've got our left shoulder here, our right shoulder, and we just got rejected at that same point that our left shoulder got rejected at, which is forming a head and shoulders pattern, right? So if we take our measure move breakout, so to confirm this, we have to come back down here and, in my opinion, breaking about 14, I would say 1450 in order to confirm this breakout, which is this green line here. So if this does continue down here and we do break this green line, that's going to put our measure move on this to all the way down here at approximately about 1287, which if we look left, does it have any type of confluence? It does. A bunch of support and resistances at that general level if we break down to the downside. Now, if we break down to the downside, that's going to disconfirm our bigger inverse head and shoulders that we're going to take a look at first. But first, I wanted to tell you guys that we have to break about 14. It's technically 1466. We'll call it 1450 to confirm this move. So if you guys want to trade this, put a stop loss above this line. Obviously, so if it comes back up, you don't get liquidated. And then, put your short down here if you want to short Ethereum. But I'm not a fan of shorting in bull market, so you guys do whatever you want to do there. Let's look at the 4-hour longer term. All right, so longer term, what could be forming? Well, even if we do break down from this this head and shoulders here, and we continue down, if we get support at about 1422 and then continue back up to the upside, guys, we would still be in this inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern. And to confirm the breakout of this, this has kind of a sideways resistance or sideways neckline. To confirm the breakout of this, you want to break this yellow line here, which right now, if it was to break it, would be at approximately about 1593 to confirm that breakout. And the measure move out of this would be from our head to our breakout point here, extrapolated at our breakout point, guys. So let's say we break out somewhere around this area, would put us all the way up here at about $1,932. So which puts us near our relative local high, somewhere in that range. All right, so that's what we have really going on. We have an inverse head and shoulders pattern going on, and then we have a head and shoulders inside that. So even if the head and shoulders inside that does play out to the downside, but we get support at that same level our left shoulder does, we are perfectly fine, guys. And why I think we're also in this giant longer term inverse head and shoulders, you can see the volume, right, is generally declining here, right? So let's see if this actually does play out over time. But that's your inverse head and shoulders and your head and shoulders, guys. Let's look at the weekly chart. What do we have going on the Ethereum weekly chart that can give us any clues on what's going to happen next? Well, basically, guys, if we zoom out, we cannot be scared of our current price action. All we did is come back down and retest our previous all-time high, right, as support here. So we cannot be afraid of what happens next. I mean, this was typical technical analysis here, where you always want to come back down and retest your all-time high and then continue up. This is more healthy for the market than just absolutely exploding up in a straight line, okay? And also, guys, let's look at our weekly support bands. So we know as long as we're above these, we're in a bull market. Just like it happened in 2016, 2017, we never broke it besides one little dip down below. But generally, we held this as support all the way on our run up, okay? Now let's look what happens. So our 20-week moving average is at about 1,126, and our 30-week moving average is at 942. So technically, in my opinion, I would like to hold the 20-week moving average, and we could drop all the way back down to 1126 and still remain long-term bullish, in my opinion. Okay, just want to throw that out there. Also, guys, when you look at our RSI has cooled down significantly, and that's what I wanted to see. We were getting extremely overbought on the RSI, where we're getting to levels down here on the RSI where usually when you got to these higher levels on the RSI, you can see we tended really to pull back once we get to these general lines. So that's not surprising that we pulled back there. And I think a lot of people are getting extremely frustrated at the point that we're pulling back. That is just typically what happens. Obviously the only thing I don't like is when you do come up and retest these highs up here in the RSI, it tends to be local tops. Okay, you can see right here, we hit it, right? You can see right here, we ended up hitting it and having a longer term consolidation. Right here, obviously 2017 high, right? And now we hit that again. Will this be a longer term consolidation for Ethereum? It definitely could. Based on this chart. But guys, I just think there's way too many institutions investing in the market to see longer term consolidations like this in the middle of a bull market. In my opinion, at least on the weekly, right? We can see daily consolidations, but at least on the weekly, I don't see that happening. I could be wrong, right? We could be due for a 4, 5, 6 weeks of sideways here to let these two moving average just catching up to us, right? Let them catch up to our current price action. But as of right now, I don't see that personally happening, guys. So that's really the weekly. I wanted to also touch on the monthly to show you guys, just real quick, why we shouldn't be afraid. Just look at this monthly chart, right? Where people are like saying the bull market's over when we literally haven't even had a monthly red candle since September of 2020, okay? We continue to get green monthly candles here, and I don't know why we're panicking when the current month we're still in is still green, okay? It's still green. And yes, people were panicking back here. Oh, we're getting a big wick on the upside. When we usually get those big wicks, it's local tops, right? But guys, look at after that, we're still getting as of right now, getting a green monthly candle. So I don't think there's anything to panic about. And you can see last time in 2017, like what signaled the top was a bearish divergence here. We got lower highs on the RSI and we got higher highs in price action. That's what signaled that on the monthly chart. And you can see right now, we're not even close to anything like that on the monthly. I think what's probably going to happen here is we go up a little bit higher here. We pull back on the monthly, right? And then we go again towards the end of the year. And then we make that same bearish divergence eventually that we saw back there in 2017, 2018. Okay, guys? But that's really the monthly. I wanted to just, obviously we don't look at the monthly that much. I mean, there's not that enough data to really look at the monthly. But guys, this just shows that there's really nothing to worry about. We literally had one red month really since March of 2020. We've had one red month, guys. So that's still looking good. Now, let's look at the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, because this is a huge chart that we want to look at. And you can see right now, guys, like I said, like I called, right, just like I predicted, we're going up on the ETH Bitcoin ratio. And I think we're going to go back up and eventually, right, may not happen today, may not happen tomorrow, could happen next month, 2 months, but eventually we're going to retest the top of this channel, right? We've done it every single time on this current run up. I mean, it's played out ever since September of 2019. I circled each time we come back down and retest this channel, we go up and eventually retest the top of the channel. Okay, so Ethereum could be gaining on Bitcoin in the short term. You can see right now on this daily candle is a huge indicator that Ethereum is about to explode based on Bitcoin. I mean, all the FUD that we're getting on Ethereum in this area is probably about to turn into bullish, bullish FUD, I guess you want to say. I guess from the bears, I guess you can say bullish FUD. But anyways, that's the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. We'll see if this continues to rise here. We could get some resistance at about, about 0.033. Or we got a couple of resistances and supports back here. But guys, we'll continue to look at that. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter, right? Go follow me on Twitter. I appreciate all you guys that do that. Let's try to hit 600 followers today. That would be absolutely awesome. Link is in the description for that. And if you guys are new, also press the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my 2 videos and daily live streams every single day for you guys. Today's going to be a great stream. We're streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be having a bunch of fun in today's stream. We're going to be taking drinks, doing a bunch of different stuff. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that fun tonight where we just hang out and talk crypto all night. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys in the live stream later tonight. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. See you in a few hours. Peace out.